Hey guys, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the first video of the Finnworld Affairs. This video is about the person who created one of the darkest in the UK's economy, which we call the Black Wednesday. The person you can see on your own screen is named as George Soros. Let's find out what kind of man he is, what he did in the past, and out of nowhere, why he has passed a comment on our Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
In the meantime, the government has concluded that Britain's best interests are served by suspending our membership of the exchange rate mechanism. Today has been an extremely difficult and turbulent day. Massive speculative flows have continued to disrupt the functioning of the exchange rate mechanism.
September 16, 1992, the day on which the pound lost its value by 20% and the speculators made the UK to take exit from the European exchange rate mechanism, is known as Black Wednesday. So the story starts in 1940s. After the World War II, the European economy was shattered to so much extent that it took 50 years to recover. It made them realize that it does not make any economic sense to compete with each other, and they also realized the fact that they could benefit more with cooperation than the competition, and hence formed the multiple system of cooperation. One such a system is called as ERM. In this system, the currency was allowed to fluctuate by 6% only. In case of Britain, the Bank of England was imposed to condition that the pound should not slip below 2.78 German marks, and the same should not rise above the 3.13 German marks. This was about ERM. Now the question arises, how a single man can bring down the value of the currency to so much extent? Let's understand it with an example. Suppose a potent investor felt that a pound is about to lose its value. So she borrowed 1 billion pounds from a bank and agreed to pay 2% commission of her profit. Now suppose at that time the pound is traded at the 2.95 German marks. So she started selling the pound just below the trading rate, and let's consider it to be 2.9 German marks. As such a vast volume of pounds are getting offloaded at lower rate, other investors start smelling something fishy with UK's economy. And back then, UK's economy was actually in trouble. The inflation was 10-year high and unemployment was at peak in early 1990s. Back to the topic, as the investors felt something fishy, they start selling a pound, and the volume of the pound in the market increases and the pound value decreases from 2.95 German marks to 2.6 German mark to 2.4 German mark. Here the potent investor played her card and bought the pound at 2.4 German mark rate. As she had 2.9 billion German marks previously, instead of 1 billion, she got 1.2 billion pounds and made a whopping 20% profit. She gave 2% commission to bank and kept the 18% of the profit. This is how George Soros made profit of $1 billion on Black Wednesday. While Soros made a profit, it has been said that the Bank of England was exhausted of forex and did buying of 2 billion pounds per hour.
After another of their biggest guns, in a final effort to live up to the government's pledges to do whatever was necessary to keep the pound in the ERM. First, the Bank of England and other central banks spent several billion pounds worth of foreign currencies, buying the pounds others wanted to sell.
In spite of spending so much of money, the pound fell by 20% and the UK market lost its reputation at a global level, and hence it is known as one of the darkest days in UK's market. Cherry on the cake for Soros, the Black Wednesday has been seen as a political disaster. The Conservative Party that has governed the UK for 19 years lost the election.
Of the ERM.
All my adult life, I've seen British governments driven off their virtuous pursuit of low inflation by market problems or political pressures. I was under no illusions when I took Britain into the exchange rate mechanism. I said at the time that membership was no soft option. The soft option, the devaluers option, the inflationary option, in my judgment, that would be a betrayal of our future at this moment. And I tell you categorically, that is not the government's policy.
Not just in UK, he has done the same with Thailand, Malaysia and Russia too. He operates a foundation named Open Society Foundation, which is active in more than 120 countries, and unfortunately, India is one of them. You must be wondering how a NGO working in India can be unfortunate. This foundation does not work as a normal foundation. In fact, it invests in NGOs and partner the projects to interfere with the politics of the different countries across the world. Mentioning some of the Indian arms of OSF, Scroll.in. This media house is direct beneficiary of the Open Society Foundation. Lawyers Collective is an NGO run by a well-known lawyer, Indira Jai Singh, which promotes anti-government agenda. OSF has donated few crores, around 4.1 crore to this NGO. In 2016, government has cancelled the FCRA license of the Lawyers Collective, saying they were using the foreign contribution for achieving the political objectives in India. Journalist, also known as the OSF Fellows. One of the many OSF Fellow is a well-known journalist Bashrat Peer, who supported a pro-Pakistan in Kashmir.
For more, we're joined here in New York by the Kashmiri journalist and author Bashrat Peer. His memoir of growing up in Kashmir is called Curfewed Night, a frontline memoir of life, love, and war in Kashmir. He's currently a fellow at the Open Society and student recently returned from a trip to Kashmir.
2023 was interesting as a year till now, as we have seen a lot. BBC documentary, Hindenburg report and the George Soros passing comment against Narendra Modi. So the motive is clear. All these countries wants to establish the government of their own choice as the 2024 election is near. And these are their attempts to manipulate the people of India. It's up to you whether you get manipulated or you look at both the sides of the coin.